Stick 'em up. This is a robbery. Give me all your valuables. Put all the money in the bag. I'm robbing you.
Okay, so I'm going to make this disclaimer because this video is probably the most critical I've been so far. Do not harass anyone I'm talking about or anyone related to the hashtag in any way. In fact, if you even consider doing something like that, unsubscribe from me immediately because I do not want you in my audience. I trust my audience enough to think that this disclaimer is most likely unnecessary, so please do not prove me wrong. Okay, on to the actual video. So I'm a pretty big fan of the Fire Emblem series, and I've been working my way through every game in the series. And for whatever reason, there tends to be a lot of intersection between the Fire Emblem fanbase and the Persona/SMT fanbases. I mean, it makes sense since there's a lot of similarities to the two. Strategic gameplay, pandering to weeaboos, and also that masterpiece of a crossover. And because of this, as well as the direct from a while back, I've been hearing a lot of horror stories surrounding the two fanbases, particularly in relation to this BreakFreePersona hashtag. So I did what any rational person would do and made a whole internet history video about a game series I never even touched once. Although given what fanbase we're talking about, I'm pretty sure that I'm 100% qualified. The Megami Tensei series started in 1987 with the Famicom game Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei. Since then, the series has grown into Atlus's bread and butter and has gained many sub-series, the two most notable of which are the Persona series and the Shin Megami Tensei series. Also, I've been seeing people make the claim that the Persona series is part of the real Shin Megami Tensei series. This isn't accurate, and to spare you the complicated flowchart, Atlus Japan considered them to be separate sub-series, but then Atlus USA fucked everything up by labeling the Persona games as SMT games. And up until recently, the franchise had a modest following in the West. Personas 3 and 4 did well, while the real Shin Megami Tensei series had built up a nice cult following. But then everything changed when Persona 5 attacked. Upon its 2017 Western release, Persona 5 immediately exploded in popularity and spread to people who never even cared about the franchise's previous titles. The game had 5 times the sales of Persona 4 and was considered by many to be a strong contender for Game of the Year, in 2017 no less. And in late 2018, this momentum continued as Joker was added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, essentially solidifying his status as a gaming icon. So with Joker's inclusion, many fans of both Nintendo and Smash were excited to give Persona 5 a shot. There was only one problem: neither Persona 5 nor its $60 re-release were available on Switch. This didn't seem like much for Nintendo and Atlus, but what neither company knew was that an ancient evil was about to awaken. Much to the dismay of many, Persona 5 had attracted the foul creatures known as port beggars. Something I want to make clear is that not every person who wants a game to be ported is a port beggar. It's perfectly fine to want a game to be ported to another console. In fact, I want Nintendo to port Fire Emblem Path of Radiance to the masterpiece of hardware that is the Nintendo Google Stadia! However, what isn't fine is having your desire for a port ascend into a full-blown obsession. An obsession is the perfect word to describe
a vocal minority of
Persona 5 fans who are disliked by many even before the port begging began. People outside the Mega 10 bubble dislike Persona 5 fans for the same reason you dislike 99% of fandoms. Because they're loud and obnoxious and they like to spam the same unfunny memes. But people inside the Mega 10 bubble dislike Persona 5 fans for a deeper reason, aggressively resisting the rest of the series.
Hey, I see you enjoyed Persona 5. Might I suggest giving these other installments a shot?
Thank you for the recommendations, but none of them particularly interest me, so I will respectfully choose to stick with Persona 5.
Hey, I see you enjoy-
Fuck you, fucking fucker! Persona 5 is the only real fucking Persona! I'm gonna send you a photograph of the Persona 5 card from Persona 5! The port begging continued, but sometime in early 2020, something would cause these port beggars to go even further beyond. In January, a hashtag designed to express interest in a Persona 3 remake made it to the trending section of Twitter.com. It's important to note that this campaign was incredibly well planned out with these neat little infographics. One of these infographics even explicitly told people not to harass people. This hashtag was successful in its attempt to bring attention to the cause and was even reported on by journalistic outlets like IGN. Then in February, Atlus's communications manager said that Persona 5 could be brought to Switch if there was enough demand for it. So let's see how Persona 5 fans replicate the success of the Persona 3 fans before them. So the person behind hashtag BreakFreePersona is this guy who goes by both Fatal and GamesCage. From what I can gather, he posted the hashtag with a video explaining it, but his Twitter got suspended, so all that exists of said video is bits and pieces of it from other people's videos discussing the hashtag. And then Persona 5 fans went wild, spamming the same hashtag on every tweet made by both of Atlus's Twitter accounts. And in fact, they're still doing it. In the replies of the American account's most recent tweets, you can still see a ton of port beggars. One particularly persistent port beggar was this guy who had a Goomba profile pic and was seemingly inescapable for anyone who followed Atlus on Twitter. I mean, come on, man, you're giving a bad name to Goombas everywhere. Why can't you follow Guys and Goombas Guide to Getting the Gamer Girl? This hashtag did end up bringing attention to the cause, but for the wrong reasons, as searching up the hashtag would bring up tweets of people fed up with it. It's even gotten to the point where the hashtag has become a meme used to mock both Persona fans and Nintendo fans. But never fear, for Atlus is here, and they have officially announced that Persona 5 will be ported to Switch. Well, if by Persona 5 you mean Persona 4, and by Switch you mean Steam, don't worry though, because another port will come to Switch. And that game is Shin Megami Tensei 3. I'm sure the Persona 5 fans will take this well. So what did we learn today? Apparently harassing Twitter accounts is bad. Also, I didn't get a chance to say it in the actual video, but everything I've heard about this Jack Frost guy makes him sound poggers.